I did it. Look at me figuring out the system. Don't need no tech people. Just give Dan Caldwell a reason to look something up.
Yeah.
30 minutes to figure it out.
If somebody goes in and activates alternate hosts, then they can give like anybody alternate hosting ability on like the whole thing.
You gotta pay extra, and they don't pay extra.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was extra.
Yeah, it's extra. My friends, my families, my coworkers, how are you?
Good.
Hope, how are you doing? You've been dark screened for a couple of days now. You doing okay?
Yes, thank you so much. I'm good.
Hold on, I'm getting a call from a Rick. Thank you for calling Keller Williams, Southern Arizona. This is Big Dan. Hello? Hello. Rick hung up.
Much for Rick.
So much for Rick. Way to go, Rick. All right. How's everyone's weekend? I don't need to know about Amber or Robin and Renee's. We've been talking every minute of all weekend.
Could have done without yesterday.
We're good.
Good. Test is still connected to audio, so let's see who else goes on. We're gonna throw the text out. We haven't done the text out in a while, so I think it's important we get on this call. Who's had some wins?
Guys, my trip to Maui got canceled.
I didn't know you were going to Maui. That sucks. They got canceled.
I know. I even wrote myself a letter about it last year in bold that I would be taking a trip there. And my kids are even help funding it since they have jobs now, you know. And I got reimbursed through Costco, so they didn't even ask me. So
It's nice.
with the way things are and you have to be quarantined when you're there.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm over it. Maybe.
Next year.
Yeah. Thank you. I didn't tell Dan or you guys because I didn't want to jinx it. And then there you go.
Maybe if you'd have told us, we could have put enough good juju out there that you'd have been like,
I'm sorry, guys.
all right, it's all right. Hey.
Can't remember if it was
You're not there.
I Googled driving directions to, I think it was either Japan or Hawaii, and you're supposed to make a right turn at the Pacific Ocean. I was like, interesting.
Got it.
You are funny.
Not really sure how that works. Then again, I've never driven to Japan, so who am I to say? But yeah, so I know that Renee has done some great things this last couple of days. She's already developed the ability to get offers in. She got one deal on the table, then got it canceled, and got another one under contract the same day she canceled her other one. So proud of her for that.
Good job, Renee.
And Robin is learning the value of discussing things full openly with our lenders so that we don't have any surprises when we're in the middle of our contracts. Teresa, how's your weekend?
I didn't know that manufactured homes were looked at that differently by a lender than a site-built single-family residence.
Do you know why that is?
No, why?
Because the economic life of a manufactured home is significantly less than one that is traditionally built. That's exactly right.
And it like depends on if it's affixed to the land or not and all that stuff too.
Other than that. Teresa, how are you? What's going on with your life?
Oh, I'm doing okay. I had a very productive weekend as far as getting things that I've been putting off because I was busy with my job, but things just getting behind. So I finished up a lot of small projects around the house and gave me a better headset and mindset for work week. So now I'm digging back in and have several leads I'm working on. I did stop and call some of the leads, about 4 or 5 of them yesterday in the middle of doing some things, but finishing up some, helping one woman. It's going to be a buyer, but right now they need to rent. And this is something that's concerning. She went by herself and put a security deposit down on a rental home with an individual. And now she got to take them to court. They had $1,500 of her money and said, oh, I'm sorry, we rented it to somebody else after she gave them the money. So it's
Was it like through a company or through?
no, just
Oh.
directly to an individual. And before I could even tell her, no, don't do that, she'd already did it.
Hmm.
So, and then she called me a few days later crying, oh no, you were right. We got scammed and now I gotta, it's a big mess. And I'm like, yeah, I said, unfortunately, not everyone is honest, but I said, the best thing you can do is use real realtors and real, agents who specialize in rental properties. I said, I'm not a rental property specialist, but I can help you find the people who are. So
You gave the money to somebody who has a house that
Yeah.
is renting the house out.
yep.
Tell her to go put a lien on the mortgage for the house, the homeowner's house.
Yeah, maybe she could do that. So
Can do that. I've had friends who have done that.
okay. Yeah, they're pretty upset because they have to be out of their place that they're renting by the end of this month, and they thought they were going to be moving in this other house. So yeah,
Yes, you can file a lien on the owner.
yeah.
And then if the owner ever has to go and try to sell the house, they've got to clear that lien first.
Well, the other thing, and I don't know if this is the case or not, but the other thing, the owner may not even be the owner of that home. It sounded really kind of sketchy to me. So
That's kind of where I'm at with it. I've had this happen as a listing I just took about a year ago now. I was there putting a lockbox on the house. It went live a couple of days in the system. We didn't have lockboxes yet, my team back then. And I went out there, sign in the ground, coming soon, and we weren't going live until Tuesday. Or it wasn't going to Thursday. This was Tuesday. I'm out there, and there's a lady and gentleman out front of the house that were asking me, hey, is this house for sale? I was like, yeah, it'll be for sale here in a couple of days. Would you like to go check it out? He's like, no, we're meeting somebody here to possibly rent it. So somebody was taking coming soon listings or not quite on the market listings
yeah.
and putting them up on Craigslist for rent, and collecting the deposits on houses they didn't even own.
Yeah.
They would
I'm
get
kinda
a Venmo or a PayPal or some kind of Cash App situation where they would have,
That is unreal. It just boggles my mind.
I had the same thing happen with a friend of mine he's building up his credit and he was interested in rentals. And I said, give me the property. I'll just be happy to check it out for you. And sure enough, the owner wasn't the same as what was on the assessor records. And he was claiming to be a pastor or something. And I was thinking, you just have to dig a little deeper. Same with Open Door. A lot of people were meeting there when Open Door first started, and they were taking on money, meeting people as if they owned the place.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking this might be a similar situation because the person they were talking to said, well, I'll send you the key. I'll give you the keys as soon as you put the $1,500 in my bank account. So they never actually met the person. So that's not good.
I hope you guys have other clients you can discuss this with and communicate that out to your spheres, because those scams are going to be going out, and they're always going to be out because people are trying to defraud real estate because we're easy targets because everyone wants to trust realtors, and so.
Well, some of the stories that we were getting told in the real estate school was, during that last great bust in 2008 or whatever, when Phoenix had so many houses that were empty and whatnot, there were people moving into them and taking advantage of the squatters laws.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly what happened.
We had a call the other day, and I'm glad my husband called me into in the other room. Sounded very legitimate. He thought it was the electric company, Tucson Electric Power, and they were saying, "Oh, you're late on your bill. We're going to cut it off unless you pay us over the phone." And he comes in here. I'm like, "I'm not late on our bills. That's a scam." He goes, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yes." So I went and looked. Everything was fine, but it was definitely a scam. So.
So be cautious, be educated. Don't get caught in the grips of things. All right, 2 things I want to talk about today is how clean is your database and what are you doing with it? So, how clean's your database, Laura?
I'm trying to still figure out what you mean by how clean my database is. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Me too, Laura, so don't panic.
I'm here, guys. This is all about making you better. So what we need to do is we need to focus on our database integrity. Database integrity is a very broad term. Database integrity to me means that you have multiple points of contact, you have updated information, and you have any kind of verifiable note in there that you can update yourself on current situations. Let's say you get a lead from Facebook and it was on a house on the north side, and all you get is Mrs. and Mr. Smith or whatever, phone number and email address, and that's all you put in there. 6 months go by, you haven't called and talked to that person, but you're going through, you're feeling froggy, so you decide to pull out your database, start making some phone calls. You get to Mr. and Mrs. Smith. What do you do?
Call him anyway.
Thank you, Hope. Call them anyways. Absolutely. Is it going to be easier for you if you got a little bit of note in there?
I like the notes. I use that a lot because
I use notes a lot too.
it's, we have so much going on personally and with our work, and it's just, we don't have computer brains. So it's nice to have notes to remember even the little things.
Absolutely. So I want you guys to start doing that. I want you to go in your databases. I don't care how big they are. I really don't. I don't care if you got one person or a million. You need to go in there. You need to put custom tags to them. So you need to tag all of them. If they're buyers, sellers, previous clients, roommates, ladies with purple hair, whatever you need to sort your people by, go get them sorted. That is what we consider an assignment, non-optional.
I have been doing it. It may only be 1 or 2 at a time, but I have been adding to it.
My health database is, I'm at a 62%, Dan.
I'm like 57, I think.
Yeah. Mine's not even that high. I'm not going to not lie to you guys, but that's one thing I'm working on, and it's been helpful to me. I'm at 61%. I was at 50%.
Hey, Dan, it sounds like a competition to me.
Huh. That was stage 2.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. Well, here's the competition. I want everyone to send me a picture of your database score right now.
I can't. I'm driving. As soon as I stop at a red light, I'd be more than happy to sit there.
Well, you don't have to do it this second. But let's do that. And I might have a gift card that goes to the one that has the highest percentage change by next week. Do I get to should I put that out to everyone or just people on the call?
Just the people on the call. Feel like you should get rewarded when you show up.
You ain't wrong.
Yeah. And it's
2 of
recorded,
you
right?
on the call have personal referrals of mine, and 2 of you are going to be in contract. Just saying. Actually, 3 of you. Shit. Amber's there too. She's closing and listing them.
So you want what we're at right now?
Yeah, so
Where do we see the health of it?
all right, on your MyKW, you're not MyKW, on your agent.kw.com, so your command login, on the home page, the third applet from the bottom, database health and comparison, right there, 61%, like it says database health and score.
You want us to email it to you?
I don't have
Yeah.
that.
I need proof. I don't want you to tell me you're at 12% and then next week show up at 70.
I'm still technically 0.2 above our market center.
Mine's not saying.
If you just go to your like homepage in command and scroll down, it should be at the bottom.
Looks
What
like that,
happens if
Tess.
I win?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
What do you have, Tess?
57.
Yeah, I'm taking notes of who's on the call right now. We're just gonna take a screenshot in this. Plus, it's all recorded, so I got proof.
Hey, Dan, I have to look mine up.
All right, Miss Irwin.
Hold on.
Is there an overall score? I see the score like for phone and for email and for neighborhoods.
If
It's
you're-
Right.
a bar.
If
It's
It's
you're
a bar
on
right
your-
above it.
Yeah, if you're on your homepage, like in like the third box, it should say database health comparison.
You guys right here. This is what we're going off of. This
Yeah.
number right here.
Yep. How can I take a picture of this?
With your phone,
Well, yeah, but then how do I send it to you?
you text it to me. You,
Oh, I
can
thought
click-
you
can
wanted
click on
it
this
to
number.
be on there. Okay.
So if you want to, if you guys want to make it very technical, click on that number. So under report, so it's the 7th applet down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7th applet down. Reports takes you to the main page, and you can see database health 61.01%.
Yeah.
Phone numbers, emails, addresses, neighborhoods, home anniversaries, and birthdays. Database activities, so you can kind of see what's in here.
Yeah.
This is going to be the kicker. If I have 2 agents that have the same improvement scores, I'm going to go off of total records. Meaning, if you have more total records and that cleaner score, you will be the victor.
Won't be me.
It might be you. You might have the best score. Like if you've got 10 records in there and they're flawless tests. Just saying.
Well, the OCD in me is what's slowing me down because I do that. I go in and I put one in and I go, oh, this isn't done. This isn't done. This isn't done. So.
And that's how it should be. It's very simple to go in there and add an address, assign them a neighborhood, get them a home anniversary if you know it, get them a birthday if you know it.
Okay.
Oh, Nicole, let me ask you a question. How hard is it for you to get somebody's birthday and address?
It's super, well, I mean, the birthday is pretty easy, at least for me, because you can just use Facebook.
You can use Facebook?
Yeah.
Here's if they don't have it on Facebook, another way that what I normally do on mine, if they don't have it on Facebook, and then I'll go to Fast People Search and it'll tell me their birth date or the month and the year. So I usually would put like, June 1st, and then I'll make a note that don't know the actual date, just know it's June of 1972, whatever.
All right, Renee's the first one to give me proof.
Oh, I sent mine
No.
to you in a text message.
Or did
Yeah, I
you
sent
guys
you
texted me? All right.
Yeah, I sent it as a
texted it.
Got
text.
Jason, got a Nicole, Laura. Oh.
That means that she could sneak up on us. She could have the most
That
improvement.
means she might sneak up on you.
This is true, guys. So let's go.
Melissa's killing
So-
it already.
What are we putting for the home anniversary if like they've never owned a home before?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Can't put something that ain't there.
Okay. So just leave it.
Or put in a date and that's like prophesying it to happen.
I know what I'm putting in for a date for a year from now when my clients are out of their rental, so I can touch base with them and sell them.
I'm going to tell you guys right now that Melissa is already killing it in her database. So it's going to be difficult for her to have the improvement there. But she just might get something because she's killing it. She's almost at 70% right now.
You could do whoever has a bigger like percentage increase.
That's what I was working on, is whoever has the biggest percentage increase.
Well, I mean like the percentage of what they were though. So like
Yeah.
if I was at 50 and had 5% increase, that'd be 10%, whereas 70 would be 7.
Yeah.
That would require math though. So.
All right, look at fuck. You guys all sent it to me. Great. All right, where's Tess at? Almost 60. All right, guys. So I will tell you that you're all pretty equally matched. There's 2 outliers. We know where one of them's at. We know.
Does that include if you archive people? Is that included in your database health?
If you really want to get rid of them, you know how to clear them from your archives?
I have to clear them from my archives.
Yeah. Go delete them out of the archive.
Well, because I have a bunch that are like pizza places and stupid stuff like that because I did.
Go remove them from the archive. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
Here's
So
my
mine
screen.
then.
My Google Chromage. You guys got my Google Chromage up here. So.
Yeah, I had that issue because they had to disconnect and reconnect mine at one
Settings.
point, so it added everything back in.
Over here on the left, command settings, contacts, contact archive. Click on it. Delete selected permanently. Bye-bye.
So I had to take a phone call and I missed that last conversation. Do we have 2 leaders already?
No, we've got it. We've got a playing field. We've
Okay.
identified the playing field. I'm still waiting on a couple of people to send me their numbers, and then we'll start off. But we're gonna
Dan?
on Monday. Yes, ma'am.
Do I just take a picture of it?
Yes, ma'am. Just text it to me.
Okay.
Well, when I get home in about 30 minutes, I'll send it to you.
Okay, perfect. And then I will put the baseline out there, and I think you're right, Renee. It pays to show up. Which is funny is there's 3 other PC people within my line of vision. I can see them in the office, and they're not on the
According
spot.
to this, I have 700 in my archive, which I have no idea how that happened.
Delete.
I know, but you can only do 50 at a time.
All right. Well, now you know how to do it. Is keep it clean. I really.
Yeah, I thought I had done it, and then my Twilio got reconnected, but I don't think that my old ones like got deleted, even though I tried to delete them.
Very nice, Cindy. So yeah, you guys are all we're right at that 48 to 68 range. I would say the bulk of you are literally between 1% and 2% of each other. I'm not gonna say that you have, an easy task ahead of you, but I'd like to see all of these into that 60 range, if not more. And in doing so, you're going to make some phone calls. You're going to reach out to your clients. You're going to reach out to your contacts. Say, hey, Teresa, I'm going through my database here. I haven't talked to you in forever. How you been?
Who are you again?
We met an open house a couple years ago. You guys were the ones with that giant Great Dane that you had in that purple sweater that your grandma made.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, you remembered. Yeah, that's why notes are important, people.
Yeah.
Can you make notes before you actually contact them, or is it only allow it once you've actually contacted them?
You can go in there and put notes in right now.
Yeah, once they're in there, you can do whatever.
Do notes affect the health of your database? Like, does that add points to it or decrease points if you don't have notes?
I don't think so.
No, notes don't count.
Okay.
I think birthdays, anniversaries, address, phone number, email. I think.
Phone number,
This is
email,
like 6
address,
different
neighborhoods,
things.
home anniversary, and birthdays.
Yeah, neighborhoods. Which some neighborhoods are like popping up automatically in mine and some aren't.
Hey, Big Dan.
Yes, ma'am.
As long as we're talking about competitions, a couple weeks back, we had one for adding people to share the app with. So this can also maybe delve into a conversation about sharing the app, as long as we're talking about neighborhoods. So
I still haven't gotten an updated report from them to know where we're at. KWRI is failing me so that I can yell at you guys for not adding more apps to your database.
It's not for a lack of trying. I'm sure we're all trying.
I did my homework when you gave us that.
Yes, you did. I got the videos, and these things I tell you guys to do and I talk to you about them are not for my own entertainment. Trust me, I got better things to do. What it is, though, is for your guys' development. And it's a little greedy on my end. You guys sell more houses. Guess what? I get a gold star. I get some
so I
pat on the back.
I just deleted everybody out of my archive, and it did not change my database health score. So I don't think
It's not, the archive isn't in your database.
that's what I was asking.
So,
Okay, so I sent you a question earlier. Maybe somebody else would have an answer. And this is one of the reasons why I wouldn't send my app out to anybody right now anyway. Anytime there's a connection to KW Connect, like that magazine that comes from KWRI, what's it called? Out Front or something?
yes.
Okay, so it'll have red select buttons to read the articles or to go to a website or to go to a training within KW Connect. And every single time I hit on that, just like you sent the loop earlier or the link earlier to go into KW Connect, the only place it goes is to a map of a neighborhood.
Weird.
I can't get it to do anything else.
Does anybody know what DTD2 letters are this week? It's I and Q, in case you were wondering.
Thank you, sir.
IQ? I don't have an IQ today.
Oh, calling the last names of the I and Q. Gotcha.
That's where we start with. Are you excited for this challenge, Laura? Are you excited to get in there and actually get your database cleaned up?
So where do I go to find out about this? Because I think I've already tried Jesse and I didn't get a reply.
Okay, so another thing though, like I have all of my vendors in there too, but like I don't have vendor like birthdays for like office phone numbers.
You're not alone.
But that technically would hurt my score.
Well, you either make
so that means you're going to make a call and get their phone number or find out their phone number on Facebook.
I have their phone numbers. I don't, but like for like America's Best Roofing, like I just have America's Best Roofing in there.
Yeah, what do you want?
So I just have their phone number. So their score's not going to look as good.
Sergio Jimenez. He's been in business since 2015. His address is off of Oracle.
Huh?
Got a birthday.
I know, but birthday, neighborhood. I have the general stuff in there, but technically.
Sergio lives off of Naranja and.
I don't even know who that is. I just called the main phone number.
I do.
They never even sent me their report, so I'm not happy with them right now.
We talked about this before. Business owners are not just the business owner. It's the person driving the ship. Do they not have somewhere to live?
I know, but they also didn't send me the inspection reports.
Call them up and yell at
They're
them.
not on my nice list right now.
I'm making a point. Like, you've got a vendor in your computer, you need to fill out the information, right? You need to get to know the man behind the mask.
Yeah, which the other ones I do. It's just the roofing ones that I don't.
Yeah, you were asking me about the Sierra inspections.
Yeah.
Floyd?
I don't have his, and they didn't give me his number either.
I know Floyd, Eric, I know his son Eric, I know Chris. They're all firefighters. I know where they've worked. I know where Floyd lives. Rigo Pest, I know where Rigo Pest, like Rigo's his name.
I know multiple people at Rigo. I do have that.
Yeah. These are all part of becoming a dynamic sales professional, is getting to know the people that own the businesses that you are being supported by.
And actually, I am friends with some of them on Facebook, now that you say that. So I can go in and add birthdays for them.
Stalk them. Get the info. You think if you send a birthday card to a vendor, like not a huge chain, not that Truly Nolan's not a huge chain, I actually know the owners of Truly Nolan also. But the thing is do you think if you send a birthday card to Jim Nolan and say, hey, happy birthday, I hope 50 is a great year, you think you're going to get some provenance for it? Or you think you're just going to fall into the gap? Bye, Mo. Right? This is where you change the way that people see you. I did that post this morning. I was talking about in the morning scripts and role play, right? What did I say? What did I tell you guys to do?
You're a dang
Out loud,
You're a dang good realtor, real estate agent.
What did I put on Facebook?
Oh, I didn't go look at that today.
Haven't been on
I
Facebook
looked
yet.
up on mine.
Go to my
and
Facebook
Dick
page.
Nichols would be happy. You have a cape on.
What does it say in the post, Robin?
You're a dang good realtor.
No, read it. Read the post.
Oh, I have to
Multiple-
find it again.
Multiple people told you you're a dang good realtor today.
Was it true?
Yes.
Teresa just caught on. Teresa just caught on to this right now. Yeah, earlier, I don't know what's going on. Wow.
Yep, yep.
That last one struck her right between the eyes.
Yes, yes.
You finally got it, right?
Hey, quick question. If we have a canceled contract, do we need to send the cancellation letter from title to anything?
Yeah, into your dot loop.
Into dot loop, okay.
But that was the thing, guys. We talked about earlier. We're like, this is kind of where we're going with the database. Is your database needs to know who you are. Your database is only good when you mine it. Databases only work when you work them. Otherwise, they're just the depository of information, also known as a phone book. Where did the phone book go? It stayed on the front porch or it stayed on the driveway until somebody was too tired of looking at it, went out and picked it up finally, and then threw it away. All the information's there. All you have to do is open it up, look for the right thing, and call it. Your database is the same thing. If you don't do anything with it, it's just going to sit there and die. It's going to rot. It's going to dry rot. It's going to fade away, and it's not going to be any use to you in the long run. If you don't go in there and you don't actively contact, you don't actively update, you don't actively engage with people in your database, and they don't know you're a realtor. Like that post this morning, I did it on purpose because I just wanted to say, hey guys, do me a favor. Like it clicked in my head. I need everyone to read this right now. And then that you guys will laugh and engage with it. Today's a great day. Multiple people told me today that I was a dang good realtor. And the very first comment was a realtor at another company. And then it was another guy named Mark Herbert that my old team lead sold a house to.
No, I was number 2. I was number 2.
You were number 2. But that's the thing, guys. This is engagement. It's subtle engagement. You may not get a ton of post likes and comments and shares and all that stuff. But notice the picture. It's a little kid in a cape right after Father's Day. It's a humble brag. Hey, I'm in real estate without me saying, hey, you need anyone to buy and sell our house? It's the same thing as putting up a Zillow 5-star review. Hey, I'm a 5-star review. I love these things. These are awesome. Humble brags. Little jabs. Have fun with it. This is telling people you're in real estate without going, hey, guess what? I'm in real estate. Have I told you that I'm in real estate today? No? Okay. That's how some people see realtors. But what are we doing to constantly keep top of mind? What are we doing to keep ourselves out in front of the competition? What are we doing to eliminate the other 6,999 other opportunities for that client to use for their realtor?
Did you guys do that on purpose? Oh.
So.
Jason, I'm sorry, Jason was doing this thing. I got a prior client of mine decided to donate towards the firefighters for Jody's deal. And so they invited me over to see the house that I helped, I represented them as a buyer on in January. So they wanted me to come over. They said, come and pick up the water. They tried to drop it off at JB on Saturday. Nobody was there. So I went and picked it up. And they both wrote reviews for me. They said, you're not leaving here until we write your review on Facebook. So that was good news too. So I got to see what they did. I got to collect for Jody for the firefighters. And then they both wrote me a review. And I thought I should probably, that's what you're talking about, the humble brag. I should probably take that and put it into a Facebook post. Like, look at me. Right?
It does work a little bit. You want to be a little classier to it than just look at me, look at me, look at me. But you have to be a little bit look at me. You have to. And that was like, it all started this conversation this morning. My son's mother told me that her sister was using another agent to buy a house. In my eyes, I see that as you do know that any monies that I get funneled back into your family because I pay you. And like the agreement would be, hey, I'm going to give you most of this back and help my son out. But the thing is they chose the realtor because he was pretty. you know what? No disrespect to anyone that's good looking, because, you know, I'm definitely of that 10% that's not. The rest of you on this call are just pretty and handsome.
That's
Let
not
that work for you. But I want you guys to have more than just that. I want there to be a deep bench of people going, Teresa's a badass agent. You know, Laura and Jason, they killed it. Nicole, she's the friendliest person you'll ever meet, and she knows her stuff. That's where it's at. That really resonated to me, because I want there to be a lot more than just the superficial. And when I say pretty, it's not just the looks. It's the flash, the ponce, the circumstance. It's all that very superficial on the face value of things. But these people are beating us out because they're doing a better job of it than we are, of getting out in the public, getting out in front of their prospective clients, and getting selected. Where do we win? We win in the follow-up. We win in the database. We win in the long term.
Follow through.
Yeah, we definitely win in the follow-through. Anybody can get lucky enough to catch a fish once. If you can repeat the process over and over and over and over again, then you've become something more dynamic and dangerous to the marketplace. Because now you know how to set traps. Now you know how to bait. Now you know how to fish. Now you know how to reel them in. Now you know how to close a deal, and you know how to, you know, take the hook out of their mouth and get it set in.
Make your own flies.
And make your own flies, right? You know how to do all of that. Anybody can pick up a rod that's already baited, already, you know, wine timed and lick and limed, throw it in the water, get lucky, pull it out, have a fish. The difference is when you walk away from the person that put them on the hook, that put the worm on there, that actually went and found the worm, that knew what kind of worm to get, what time of day to go fishing, all of that stuff out of the equation. What does that one individual, that superficial entity have? They have a very short career. I want you guys to build very deep, very meaningful careers. And it starts with making sure you have everything you need in place. The best foundation is knowledge. Then it's application. Then it's creativity. Models, systems, habits. So, you guys are all on the right path this week. Let's get in your databases. Add to them daily. You know, you guys haven't taken Ignite. We're going to talk about a lot of Ignite stuff. We're going to go through that, but Ignite talks about the 10 fours, right?
Yep.
Adding 10 people to your database and sending out 4 postcards a day. A day. If you work 5 days a week, what does that look like? Laura, have you added 10 people to your database today?
Nope.
Have you added 10 people to your database this week?
Not yet.
Have you added 10 people to your database this month?
Not yet.
How much does our business grow when we change that mindset?
A lot. I wish that there was an easy way to just take all the contact information that I have on my phone and drop it into Command and I'd be all done.
There is. It's called PieSync.
There is.
There is?
It's called PieSync. Like, no shit. Look.
You just beat us in the competition. Look at that.
Go to Google Chrome. Go to Google
Okay.
Chrome. You guys see Google Chrome. Go into Command. Command. Boom. Logging in. Logging in. Closing this. Closing that. Closing that. Closing that. All right. Over here under settings. You see me? My pretty face?
Yeah.
This is superficial Dan. This is superficial Dan. One element Dan. He is not the Dan you see today. Under settings, profile settings, you get to this page. PieSync, make sure it's connected.
PieSync.
Now, we're going to go to PieSync. We're going to show details. It's going to take us over. Right now, it is connecting to my iCloud. It is currently active. I'm going to make it sync some more.
Hey, Dan, does that cost?
Us? Anything? No.
PySync doesn't cost because I pay like monthly on it because I have like 2,000 and they're all a bunch of repeats.
Oh no, I don't pay anything for it. So when you set up your PySync, you're gonna actually pick which account you want to run it through. If you've got a Google phone, most of your contacts go to your Google email, your Google app.
Google Contacts. Okay.
Well, I have an iPhone now, and I had Google. So what I did is I actually made all of my Google contacts go into my cloud, and I directed it to my cloud first. And it's set up to do both ways.
Okay.
So if I put a contact in command, it'll go to my phone. If I remove a contact from command, it removes it from my phone.
Okay.
So if he says right here, connection rules is on. If a contact is in iCloud, then sync it between iCloud and command. If a contact is in command and has a phone number, then sync it between iCloud and command. Meaning that if it has a phone number, and so I get a bunch of leads that are just emails, but it has an email and a phone number, it'll sync that lead into my phone.
So when you delete out of command, it deletes it from your iCloud too?
Yeah, that's what mine's set up.
Oh, I don't think mine does that, but I don't think I want it to do that.
Yeah, you can have it set up where it's one directional.
Well, mine goes both directions, but I don't think it does for deleting.
Yeah, so like for me, I can actually change this and then do one way. And then just take it and go, then seek it one way.
Where did you get to? I'm already at the PySync with the Google and the iCloud. How did you get to where you can make the commands to it?
Oh, that was to the right. Are you on command?
Yeah.
So I just went over here where it says show details and clicked on the pencil.
And you only get one free connection.
Yeah. That's
So
why
if
you
you-
want to make sure you have.
Yeah, so if you have Google in there, you'll want to delete your Google and do iCloud if that's.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Let's go to the actual PySync website itself. Log in with Google. Google login. Hi, my name's Chunk. Not to be scared. All right, you can see right away, I've got the free via KW command. It is currently running. You can click on it to go inside of it. And you can see synchronization is active, and it actually gives you the updates. That's going on. What's really cool, you can go in there and see your duplicates. These are all duplicates. So I need to go and clean up my phone. These are the 1,060 people in my phone that don't have like Cynthia. I got Miss Cindy Irwin in my phone a different way, so it's pulling up one of the contacts and won't sync her over. And then you guys see no emails provided, because the way that PySync works is it's only going to sync over the contacts that have a name, a phone number, and an email, unless you select otherwise. And then you actually have to call PySync and say, hey, I want to sync everything. It's not advised to do that because you're going to get a lot of duplicates. And then the failing to syncs are all these ones in here because they've been deleted or there's some kind of issue. So. Pretty cool stuff, guys. Ask and ye shall receive, Miss Laura.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to see what yours goes to now. So
I know, right?
Get your PySync set up, and then you can send me a direct message to show it's where it's at. I want to see what it comes to.
Okay.
Ha, 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 ha. I have a feeling you guys are in trouble. Thank you, Tess.
So when are they starting? Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying thank you, Tess. You just sent me a text.
So when are they going to do Ignite again? Have they started Ignite yet?
No, we got it's going to be starting in August.
August, okay.
What's starting in August?
Ignite 2.0.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome, guys. Well, what are some takeaways from today?
I was going to ask you if you had heard anything or anything about the safety issues. I guess, who's it? Lisa sent out a thing, an announcement about, I'm sorry, this is why I don't like talking on phones, because my brain doesn't function with my mouth.
You're talking about the agent that was attacked in Virginia, right?
Yes, thank you. Yes. Has there been any protocols or?
There's always been a protocol that we've got in place that if you're going to be doing an open house or if you're going anywhere and you're not 100% sure about it, that you give us your number. There's actually a sheet up front on the desk you can call into the receptionist and say, hey, I'm doing a showing or a listing presentation at this property at this address at this time. And if we don't hear from you by a certain time, we start going haywire.
Yeah, I've done that before. And Kayla called me and was like, hey, are you doing good? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. So they do check on you.
Never go anywhere without telling somebody where you're at, period.
Well, for sure.
If you're unsure or if you haven't met this person, like this was an open house, so it's kind of hard to do that. And that's why I always recommend doing open houses as pairs.
Yes.
It's safer. You guys can split the leads, whatever. It's just safer that way. And you'll have more fun because you get to sit and BS and learn about each other and grow as agents. But if you're going somewhere and you're not quite sure who they are, meet us first in one of the front conference rooms. Have a partner go with you.
Well, maybe that's a pro for me because I can't do much of anything in Tucson. So you guys have all the leads, but I am a carrying certified, so.
Nice. I did also post that I have previous experience in bodyguard or security work. So if anybody also needs to have somebody with you, I'm willing to do that.
Good guys, I want you guys to know you have the support, whatever you need. This is our family. Our family within the KW family, but KW family stands tall. Anything you need. I've got agents all day that text me and call, hey, I got this going on, I got that going on. Who can I talk to? Who can I talk to? And I push them off in the right direction. So you guys don't be afraid to reach out. If you're unsure about a client or you're just not getting along with somebody, I tell this all the half of something is better than all of nothing. If you're not vibing, you're not jiving, you know that there's something there, but you can't get anywhere with it, give it to another agent. You guys work the deal together. Split it, refer it out, whatever. Don't be so prideful to be like, nah, if I can't close them, no one can. Maybe it could just, literally, we used to do this in the car business. What's that? It's they just didn't like me because I was me. It had nothing to do with anything else. Because you would walk by and you would see one of the agents go, just pinch their skin right here. And that would tell one of the managers to come in, introduce themselves, take over and switch them out. You guys can do that with each other. I'm not vibing with this person. I bet Tess would get along with this person real good. Hey, Tess, I got a friend, family, whatever you're working on. Do you mind helping me on the deal? I need some extra help. Like I said, half of something is better than all of nothing. I've even had PC agents try to hand deals back to me because it would be easier. And I said, no, I'm going to push you through this deal. I'm going to make you do what you need to do and you're going to close it out. But guess what? Those agents grow and learn and develop and become more competent. With each other, you can lean on each other. That's what it's all about. You don't go to the gym and watch other people work out. Doesn't work. You can't go in the bathroom and, you can watch somebody else shower, but I don't. You can't get clean watching somebody else shower.
That was not where I thought that was going.
That's the thing is that you gotta make sure you're getting engaged. And so Renee, I really appreciate the fact that she boasts up and says, showing up has its rewards. Show up for each other. If you have questions, throw it in the group chat. The
Has
group chat's been
anybody-
working.
Has anybody dealt with a buyer that has irrigation or a spa? Hot tub?
I've had a spa before. I used David Johnson at Integra Pools. Still $125 for the inspection.
Yeah, well, and it's not, I haven't used it for like years. So it's not like it even has water in it right now.
Yeah, no.
Don't worry.
Probably being sold as is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so.
So I just
All right. What else we got, guys? How do you feel about the mask thing?
I had to do it for the first time ever yesterday afternoon, and I have decided I will not be going out anywhere that I have to use them. I felt like I was suffocating. I felt like somebody had thrown me in jail.
I mean, technically, if places are following the 6 foot, you don't have to wear it. So it's like, I feel like there's just a big gap.
Well, Walmart, which ticked me off to begin with, because when the curfew was going on and the stores were closing at 8, they were closing at 5.
Oh, well, I guess the one by me didn't. But.
Hey, Ted, if
Yeah.
you're having a medical concern, you are exempt from wearing a mask.
Oh,
That's
no,
how
I have no medical concerns whatsoever. It just pisses me off royally. I am 100% totally anti fear mongering, and this is all it is. So anyway, so I'll just not go.
I don't disagree with you. I think it's because how do we go from COVID to riots and then back to COVID?
Yeah.
So,
Riots died down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all I can tell you is I don't wear mine out,
Yeah.
and I have an approach. So
Well, most of the places I haven't been, I mean, well, like I said, the first time I ever had to wear one was yesterday, and I went to Walmart of all places, and I had just gone the day before, which was Saturday that they invoked it in Tucson, to Fry's. Same old, same old. Half of them were, half of them weren't, you know? So I don't know. All I know is that I had one only because a friend sent me one thinking that it was a good thing. I had not even taken it out of the envelope. I took it out of the envelope, put it on, realized that this was not going to play well with me, and I turned around and left.
Has anyone heard, how do we get the antibody test? Are they doing that in Tucson yet?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I know that you have to go through your primary care physician.
Okay.
I don't know if PCPs are doing antibody testing, are they? I know that U of A has had it for like a month now, and then the VA just got theirs 2 weeks ago because my aunt's a nurse there. So, I don't know about TMC, but all of the banner people are doing it at U of A. So
then I have a question, I guess. Even though at some point it will relax and things will resume to where open houses and all these live presentations, blah, blah, blah. Do we have to do that? Can we continue to perfect a digital presence and do it that way?
Absolutely.
well, that's how some people are wanting it. So it's just.
Who's got a live listing right now?
I don't have one that's live, but they're going to be signing soon, and they don't want people in their house because they have a child who's highly susceptible to stuff. So she wants just purely like a video walkthrough open house. They don't want people in their house.
We have Kendra, who's one of our PC agents, Kendra Weatherly, that just bought the most expensive Matterport camera that does the 3D walkthroughs and measurements and all this other greatness. So she's looking for houses to guinea pig. Let's give her something. Hi,
Has she
Cooper.
still not gotten any?
No.
I gave her one, but
Yeah, because I've got a listing that's coming up soon, but it needs some work before we go live. But if anyone has anything, let's go. Let's get her something. But that's
Yeah.
where we can start refining as a group is how do we better get ourselves a tech foothold where we can do a virtual open house, do a virtual buyers, do a virtual listing. Like my listing presentation was all over Zoom, and she lives in Texas. And I went out and met her sister to get keys. Like that's the new way business is happening. You don't sit down across the table anymore. It's like this.
Yeah. Whew.
Kendra's not in here, is she, right now?
Not right now.
Hey, Dan, you asked how we feel about it. How are you feeling about it? I know the office has rules, but.
As a leader, I stand behind the office and their decisions to have masks be put on, because the mass majority of us are going to be, resistant to it because it's an infringement or some kind of restriction. I look at it as what happens in the potential if somebody does come in that is COVID positive, and how close proximity I am to other agents and other staff are to other agents, and how fast we can implement or how fast we can infect the body of our agent base. And what would that do for your guys' lives? I have mine. It's on my desk. I actually got yelled at because I went to the bathroom and didn't have it on. And it's even, the cool thing is you can't even tell it's me anymore.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's
the
the funniest thing I've heard all day.
I went to the bathroom and I walked back to my office and I washed my hands. I stayed away from people. And Lisa's like, Dan, where's your mask? And I'll be honest with you. At first, I was all irritated. I'm 3 feet from my office door, but I also understand that the rules were set out and I need to follow the rules like everybody else. But I also need to be an example of them. So when I'm out in public, if I can't social distance, per the letter of the guide, if you cannot social distance, wear a mask. If you're in an establishment that asks you to wear a mask, then respect the establishment. They're doing it to protect the greater good. Everybody has a car seat. Everybody has a seatbelt. Do you wear your seatbelts?
Yes.
I guarantee the first time you're in a car accident not wearing a seatbelt, you will wear one the rest of your life.
I'm letting you know that there's loopholes though. Like if you go to Costco, I'm just saying, if you have a medical concern, you don't have to wear it at certain places. Just
take the risk. Don't wear your seatbelt then. Take the risk. That's okay. It's your choice. But
It's a big fine if you don't wear your seatbelt. I've done it. Like $300.
It'll turn out to be a fine if you don't wear a mask eventually. I just want you guys to realize this is not something you want to find a loophole for. This is something, if it's fear mongering, let it be fear mongering. If it's something that's going to harm you, then don't wear a mask. If you're afraid of the CO2 poisoning, don't wear a mask. If you don't want to be out in public and be, in the elements, then don't go out in public. I will not tell you what to do. What I will tell you is to be open-minded to the facts of what the leadership in both this company, this county, and this country are doing. It may not be the best guided, but just like anything, we make a decision, we change it on the fly.
Well, and I mean, I came from a military environment, so it's not like I don't know how to play by the rules. I made the choice to turn around and not go.
Yeah.
Tess, so some of the masks are more comfortable than others. I bought some that I feel like you can't breathe at all. And then my mom sewed me one and I'm comfortable. Like it's so much better.
My one from Red Day is by far my most comfortable one.
I hate that one the most.
Really?
Because I have a much bigger face and it hits so tight on me. Like everything fits so tight on me.
Face. See, the ones like that kind, I can't find. I've only found one cloth one that actually fits. It's like I have small ears, so it just doesn't work.
My sister's actually going to make me one because it's going to be a custom big one to fit my face. But that's the thing. You're absolutely right, Robin. Find one that matches and fits, because that's my biggest thing. Is I ordered these off Amazon thinking, oh, sweet, they're built for. I googled large comfortable mask, and this thing is thick. It feels like a double-sided t-shirt. I don't breathe through it, and then it sits on my ears and it pulls my ears forward.
You also got to take into consideration how hot it is outside, so that if you are wearing a mask, to make sure you're like drinking water and stuff to keep yourself from not passing out.
Yeah, these are things for keep you safe in transit. Like if you're driving by yourself, I want you to realize that you're by yourself. You don't need a mask on.
I have seen people driving down the road with their mask
Okay.
on, and I'm just like, oh my God.
If they are driving for Uber, Postmates, DoorDash, they're supposed to wear it at all times that they're in their car.
Are they? Maybe that's what it was. I was thinking,
FYI.
There's a lot of damn Uber drivers in Tucson.
I drove for Lyft for a while, like when I was trying to like pay to get everything started up with real estate, and I'm really glad that I stopped right before COVID happened. So it was nice money, but I'm not dealing with that crap.
So that's what my take is on it, Hope. I don't like it. I follow the rules because it's what's best for everyone. I will be scornful and be a little kid when I get chastised for not having it on. And my inner rebel nature is going to tell, F the system. I'm going to do what I want to do. I also look at it, the opportunities are out there. Like, we use our team turn signals so people know we're going. It's a safe thing.
And some businesses,
when we sneeze, it's all embedded in us.
now like the hairdressers, barbershops, they can't even be open unless they and everyone that comes in has a mask on. So if you want to support your businesses, and believe me, I didn't like getting my hair colored for 2 hours wearing a mask. It was not comfortable. That was hot.
It was horrible because I didn't have any besides like the surgical masks. So I almost passed out when I came home that day. That was when I was like, I need to get some cloth ones that fit over my ears, but really they don't fit over my ears still, even though I have like 5 of them.
I appreciate you guys being honest with me and telling me you hate them because, you're not alone. I love the fact that no one can see me talking shit behind my mask.
But I appreciate people who wear them. I live with my elderly parents, and so when I go to the grocery store, I don't want to bring home COVID to them and do them in. So it is scary.
Yeah, my son's great-grandfather passed away on Saturday, so it's all too close. He had a stroke, but I'm pretty sure that there's some families out there that have this same tragedy that's directly with COVID, so I can only imagine that they're super appreciative of that. There's no way to prevent a stroke. It just happened. But that was it still rippled through the family with a death. But then if it's a COVID-based situation, how forever changed is somebody against those lines of thinking? One of our own KW agents is fighting for their lives right now because they contracted it. A healthy individual, not aged, not at all, no underlying health concerns, on a ventilator. It's no longer just affecting the elderly or those with underlying medical conditions. It's non-discriminatory. I just don't want you guys to ever.
Too, so.
What was that?
There's 2 strains of it too.
Oh, is there? Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they weren't getting enough people to.
They're not really.
They weren't getting enough people with the elderly ones, so they had to modify it so that they would start.
One originated in China and.
Man, don't get me started. I get so pissed off about this.
The other originated in the Europe.
I just want to sit and have dinner with Tess one night and talk about all of our conspiracies.
Minor mutation.
All right, guys. Well,
my father passed from it.
Be safe. Go get your databases cleaned up. Let's see who wins this thing. And if you haven't turned on your PieSync, now you know how to. It's good advice. Go in there. You need names, phone numbers, addresses, emails, birthdays. If you got past clients, put them in there for home anniversaries. Even when they sold a house, you can email them, hey, congratulations, this is 1 year since you've sold your house.
Can I put in their close of escrow date? Can you put in a future date?
Yeah, absolutely. Hell yeah.
Right now.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for hanging out with me as always. If you need me, call me, text me. I'm here for you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.